My name is Chris Calabro. I'm the founder of Inotium. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to capture UTM parameters with Mautic forms so that when someone submits one of your forms, the UTM parameters are captured and can be viewed in the Mautic dashboard so you can see how your different campaigns are performing. So for example, if someone visited and had these parameters, these would be passed through the Mautic form so that you can see them and then create segments based on this data, all kinds of stuff. So to start, let's go to our Mautic dashboard. And I'm going to assume that you have Google Analytics installed on your site. But just for a quick review, if you go to your settings, go to configuration, and then go down to tracking settings here. If you're going to be using Mautic landing pages, you can easily enable Google Analytics on those landing pages by plugging in your user ID here and then just hitting yes to enable on Mautic landing page. If you're tracking these forms on your website, hopefully you already have Google Analytics installed there. If not, you can also enable Google Analytics to run alongside your Mautic tracking code by adding this, but you should not need that if you already have Google Analytics on your website. So we have Google Analytics on our Mautic landing page, and I know I already have Google Analytics on my site. So let's go and first create our form. And for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to create a really simple form. Obviously, yours might be more complex, have more fields. We'll call this testing UTMs. And let's just give ourselves a message so we know when it's been submitted successfully. And then fields, we'll just add an email field. Make it required. And then this is a key step. Go to actions, and here you need to add record UTM tags as an option. Click add and save and close. Okay, so we have our form ID 3. Let's go ahead and create a quick landing page to put this form on just to test it out. We'll go into landing pages, and again, we'll say test UTMs, and open up the builder. And then we can easily add our form, test submitting this form, by using the tokens here. All right, there's our form with ID 3. Let's close the builder. Yes, published, save and close. Okay, so we have our page, we have our form, we have Google Analytics on our site. And just so that we can test, what I recommend is pulling up your analytics account with real-time setup so you can see as things come through. And then I'm going to copy my page URL and then just build out a URL here. I like to use the Google campaign URL builder that they offer just to make sure I don't get any typos in there. And I've just put in test source, test medium, test campaign. So let's copy this URL. And then I'm going to switch over to Chrome and open up a new incognito window. Now you don't necessarily need to use a new browser when you test, but I would definitely recommend opening up a incognito window or a private tab. So I'm going to go to this URL, and then let's switch back and take a look at analytics. And there we go. So we have one visitor on the site right now with test medium and test source, and I know that's me. So let's go back and actually submit the form here. Submit. Success. And if we go back to our Mautic dashboard and go to contacts, we have a new contact just created. And if you scroll down, we should have our full contact history. So you can see I just created this contact, and we can see the full URL here. And what we're looking for is this last step, this last event type UTM tags recorded. And if we open this up, you can see the campaign is listed right here, but we can also see all three. So we have test campaign, test medium, and test source. So we know that is working correctly. One other thing we can do is actually test this out on our website. So in this case, I have Mautic running on a subdomain, demo.inoceum.com. So what I've done is I've created a test post here, and we're going to add the form there and just double check that it's working there as well. So I'm going to delete my contact. All right, so we have no contacts. Let's go grab our form embed code. Copy this. And then I have the post open here. So I'm going to paste that in, update the post. And then let's view this post. Okay, there we go. So we can see the form is up on the website. If we tried to submit here, however, we likely would not see UTM parameters because we don't have any UTM parameters in our URL. So make sure when you're testing that you have actual UTM parameters in there and that you are using an incognito window, because we've already visited this site, so it would be categorized under direct none if we just submitted right now. So I'm going to, again, create a nice URL for myself, and let's say this is test 2, just to differentiate here. And grab our URL. And again, let's switch back to Chrome, open a new incognito window, visit the website with those UTM parameters attached. It's loading up. And let's switch back to analytics and double check that we have a new, there we go, just popped up, test 2, test 2. All right, let's submit the form. Success. And when we go back to Mautic, go to our contacts, we see a new contact created right here. And again, we can see our event, UTM tags recorded, test 2 campaign. And we have all three UTM parameters right there. Test 2 campaign, test 2 medium, test 2 source. So as long as you have Mautic installed, again, in a subdomain, if you're using landing pages, you just need to make sure your analytics is installed across your site, and make sure you add, like we reviewed in the beginning, make sure you add that action to your form, record UTMs, and you should be good to go.